What gets you up in the morning?
What gets me up in the morning? I've always lived by the philosophy that I'll sleep when I'm dead. I don't know where I learned that from, but that's been like a life philosophy for as long as I can possibly remember. That while sleep is important and we need to feel rested, to me it feels like wasted time. Because what could we be doing? What could we be experiencing? Where could we be going? What could we be seeing when instead we're sleeping? And granted, some people really love to sleep. I know when I need sleep, but I don't ever want to sleep because I love the living part. I love that, and not that sleeping isn't living, but I like the awareness and the wake time because there's so much to experience. Even here, I'm not a big traveler. I'm not someone that wants to travel the world. That's some people's greatest dreams is to just go traveling. I'm a homebody when it comes to that. I've been a lot of places. I've been really fortunate. My life has been very fortunate that I've been able to see so much, but I'm okay right here. But I don't want to waste that time sleeping, even just being here. There's so much to do and see and live around and be with and to do that I don't need those hours of sleep to find the comfort or the balance in my life. So I get up every morning pretty excited about the morning. I find myself in the car feeling great about the morning, whether I slept or not. And a lot of times I don't sleep at night. My brain is just one of those that's always going, always on, and always thinking about things and designing and building in my head. And so I don't sleep as much as I should. And as the older I get, I tend to take naps during the day. When I sit down somewhere for a few minutes, I close my eyes. And to me, that's enough because I'd rather be living this experience, be living every moment of this experience. And one of my favorite authors, Louis L'Amour, which I quote an awful lot, a guy that wrote Westerns, although he lived his stories, he said in one of the books that most people spend their time in this void between the past and the inevitable future. And to them it's a void because they forget to be in the present. So they're sort of lost between this past moment and some inevitable future that's going to happen because the future is always going to come. But instead of being here in the moment that's right between those two things, they're lost in this void. And I do think that most people tend to live that way, is that they drum on and off and a day goes by and another day and a week, a month, a year, and then they're old and they wonder what happened. Well, I know why I'm old. I know the years the days, weeks, months, and years that I've spent doing this. I've spent 30 years at this, and I still love it. I love it more now than I've ever loved it before. I'm more creative now than I was 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. And so by staying in that present moment, staying in the now, keeps me excited. And I think, why sleep? I'm going to have eternity, and every day that goes by, I get closer to that inevitable eternity. So why not push that as far away as possible and just live in the moment and not let the little crap get in the way, because little crap's going to get in the way all the time. Not let it get in the way of relationships, not get in the way of our customers. Any little thing here or there doesn't matter. Life is way too short for that stuff, and it's fleeting. It goes so quickly that it's very important for me to live in the now, in the moment, and every single solitary morning when I open my eyes, when I'm finally going to get up, that's what I think about, as I'm now living in this next new moment. And oftentimes before I go to bed, I even say it in my head. I say, this is the end of the day today, and tomorrow's that next adventure. When I open my eyes, I'll be past that and I'll be on to the next thing. Because even in that sleep, there's all kinds of interesting things that happen that are imaginary, or are they? We could argue maybe you're in another dimension, maybe you're whatever. There's all kinds of things that we could talk about. But I know the physical world now as I lay my head down to sleep. And I really can't wait for the moment that I open my eyes to look at what the next adventure is going to be. And that's just kind of the way that I've lived my life, and that's why I'm as excited today, if not more excited than ever, about getting up in the morning and going out and doing something fun.